Golden State Warriors. And now our broadcast swings out to Oracle Arena, where Kevin Harlan, Clark Kellogg, and Steve Kerr will have the call.
And a shot of the west span of the Bay Bridge. What a terrific view. Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First for the Heat, and it's Butler in at the 4. And then for the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry's out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Green in at the 4 slot.
Well, this Warriors ownership group has really energized the franchise. They've been very proactive. They purchased the D-League team from Dakota. With plans to move them to Santa Cruz, about an hour south of Oakland. And in order to accommodate the team's home games, they built a new 3,000-seat arena in a matter of months.
Now here is Martin. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Martin's got the opening field goal of the game for the Heat. Now Curry. Pass to Wiggins. He's against Martin. Unloads from 9. Rebound by Butler. And the Santa Cruz Warriors, as they've been renamed, have been a hit. You know, Clark leading the D-League in revenue, making the D-League finals last season.
And you know, with all of the D-League games now broadcast on YouTube, the exposure for players in the D-League is better than ever. And for the Warriors to have their D-League affiliate so close by gives them a much better opportunity to develop their young talent.
Miami on defense. It's a 5-point game. He kicks to Thompson. There's the triple. No good. The Heat go the other way with it. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. And he said a big factor in this game will be how well they're able to handle Kyle Lowry. He admitted being a fan of his game, saying he's a tough athletic guard who really competes. Defense, rebounding, attack the paint, he'll take it to you. We've got to be ready to match his motor and his aggressiveness. Kevin, are they up to it?
Thanks, Doris.
It's really all about effort with him, guys. You watch him fly after these loose balls, laying out any chance he's got at an opportunity for a steal or a deflection. He's really something to watch.
And another thing you see him do a lot and do very well is draw and dish. He brings defenders to him in the low post and then kicks the ball out to the wide open teammate if he's double teamed. The Heat marched their way to the best record in the league last season, 66-16, and the ability to win on the road, a big part of that league best record.
And he sinks the second. And back to the Heat in their play on the road. 29 wins for them as the visiting side, and that was in another category compared to every other team in the league. Steve, nobody else really even came close.
No, nobody did. And I'll tell you what, when they went on their huge winning streak, it wasn't like they did it all at home. In fact, 13 of those 27 games during their winning streak were on the road, and that's not easy to do. Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
The Heat shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. The first one falls.
You know, the Warriors made big strides last year, and part of it was a retooling of the team, but they also got a lot of help from the group of rookies that they had, and a number of those rookies played prominent roles down the stretch and in the playoffs.
And so he hits both. Well, Clark, as you said, the Warriors did lean on their rookies as the season went on. 4 of them in all, with 3 coming in the draft and 1 walking on the roster. Big help, Steve, from them in the opening round of the playoffs.
You know, pretty remarkable that a team could do that well in the postseason, relying on so many rookies, but it speaks to their maturity, their character, the group they've put together, and it's very promising in terms of their long-term success.
The Heat have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Martin goes in. Number 13. Green with the rebound.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Passes it to Wiggins. To the paint. Looney. Rejected by Martin. Butler with the ball. Pass to Lowry. It's Martin on the wing. Number 13. That's good.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Warriors trail by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
Steph Curry is virtually impossible to defend. I mean, he can hit from anywhere on the floor. In the gym range, personified with Curry. Mid-range jumpers are like layups to him. And inside, he's got the floater finger roll and the runner. You always expect his shots to go in. It's like watching a game of horse at full speed when the highest stakes are on the line.
Now here is Martin. And the shot is good. And here's Thompson. The pass to Wiggins. Golden State moving the ball around. Curry against Lowry. Inside. Looney gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And Steve, shooting no doubt Curry's forte. He narrowly missed the All-Star game last season. I mean, I can't believe he didn't get elected, and he seemed to be the one glaring miss. When you watch his game, where can he improve?
I think offensively, he's got the whole package. I think it's at the other end of the floor where he can probably improve. He needs to compete a little bit more defensively, but that's tough to do when you're handling so much of the offensive load for your team. But he's got to find a little more balance, I think, between his offense and his defense.
So it's the Warriors now after the Heat pick up 2. Here's Wiggins. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
Outside Lowry. Right side Lowry. Right side Lowry. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove. A lot of people thought the East would be a cakewalk for Miami last year, but Indiana made sure that wasn't going to be the case. What a series with the Pacers using their size and strength to pound Miami down low, and eventually the Heat were able to pull it out, but boy, was that a tough series.
Wiggins, covered by Martin. Outside Curry. Fires for 3. Lowry with the block. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. And just to touch back on the Eastern Conference Finals, went to a Game 7 where Miami ran away with the game. But, you know, Clark, if it weren't for the heroics of LeBron earlier in the series, it could have been the Pacers that took on San Antonio in the finals.
You know, I was thinking a little bit about two former ABA teams meeting in the NBA Finals, but the Heat managed to steal Game 1, and I thought that proved to be the difference in the end. That was a game the Pacers had and didn't squeeze. But the way these two teams are constructed, they should be seeing a lot more of each other in the near future. And I think that's great for the league because whenever they meet up in the regular season or the playoffs, it's always been a battle the last couple of years.
Nice rivalry developing between those two.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
A good one brewing there.
Back to Butler. It's up against Thompson. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. Back to Lowry. From past the arc. And again, Miami with the triple.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Wiggins, covered by Martin. Feeds it to Curry. Pass to Wiggins. And he makes the 8-footer. 5 points in the game. Miami leading by 7. Here is Lowry. He has 6. Five on the clock. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Lowry's got 8.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Curry with it. Lowry picks him up. The dish to Thompson. The 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now Lowry. He's got 8. Fader on the way. And there's another one for the Heat.
You know, if you can't get around your defender, sometimes the best way to get a shot off is to go to that fadeaway.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. The Warriors making a switch here. Warriors trail by 8. There's the screen. He feeds it to Green. Trying his luck deep. Rebound by the Heat.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach. He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Warriors have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Pass to Wiggins. Working on Martin. Puts it up from 12. The shot's good from Wiggins. 7 points in the game. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator Picking the game apart, Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
Here's Green, following the score by Miami. Kicks it to Thompson. Clock at 6. The feed now to Curry. Fires from deep. And that one's good. Curry's got 5.
Yeah, and he's a bomber. I mean, that's what I love about him. He's as good a three-point shooter as you'll see. And, of course, has the green light to let it fly anytime he wants.
And another thing about his game that's really noticeable is how well he handles defensive pressure when he's getting his shot off. He's a very composed shooter.
Now here is Lowry, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you look at the turnaround last season for Golden State. A lot of it has to do with the steadying presence of Jarrett Jack and Carl Landry off the bench. Both players brought a toughness and a level of competitiveness that was maybe missing from the Warriors the year before.
And the first one drops. And for the Warriors, such an impressive turnaround last season, but financial constraints, Clark, make it tricky for them, make it tricky for anybody to keep teams together.
Well said, but I give the ownership credit for making the commitments necessary to put themselves in a good position going forward, Kevin. After such an impressive postseason showing, I think they want to continue that momentum.
And he can't hit the second.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
And so here is Miami. The Warriors making the shot. Vincent. Off target with his 3. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
So it's Miami now, after the missed 3 from Moody. Number 13. Nice D from Baldwin.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Savanovic, the pass to Poole. From the arc. No good. The Heat leading by 6. And they're running. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Heat making a switch here. The Warriors have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16.
Hey, who got him?
Watson. He passes to Poole. 3-pointer. Second chance shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Heat.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Only 3 teams in the entire Eastern Conference had a better than 500 record against the West, and no surprise the Heat were one of those 3, and they were dominant against Western Conference opponents all year long.
And Miami has possession. They lead by 4. Here's Robinson. Miami no good on that time either. Zobanovic defended by Vincent. And the basket Poole. From deep. No luck. Miami's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Vincent. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Heat lead by 6. Clark, adding on to what you were saying about the Heat versus the West, they ended up 25-5, which is incredible, Steve, given how many tough teams that are in the Western Conference.
That's amazing, Kevin. They had a better record against the West than they did against the East in terms of their winning percentage. So I think that speaks to just how motivated Miami was when they went out on the road to the West in particular to really show everybody how good they were.
Here's Vincent following the score by Golden State. Outside Robinson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You can see that their game plan is to work it inside, and that's been very successful so far.
Green, he's checked in for Miami. And they've made the most of their opportunities inside.
And that's something that they shouldn't get away from, Kevin. When you're having success inside, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. You know, it's funny. You look at the Golden State Warriors. They've had the 3rd best home court advantage in the league over the last decade or so. Only the Rocky Mountain teams, Denver and Utah, were better. At Oracle, it's not the altitude, it's the crowd. One of the best in all of the NBA.
And here are the Heat now after the missed 3 from Baldwin. .107 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Vincent. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And Clark, as you were saying about the Warriors, they really feed off this home crowd. Steve, you said maybe the best in the NBA.
I think so, just in terms of the support they get, regardless of their success. You think back over the last 16, 17 years, Warriors have only been in the playoffs twice, and yet the fans are there every single night going nuts. So, and now that they're a good team, I think this fan base is really going to come alive.
And here are the Heat now. It's a 10-point game.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And the Warriors making a change here. The Heat on offense. They're on an 11-2 run. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Dedmon, guarded by Green. Number 5.
There we go.
That one wide left.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Passes it to Poole. Robinson with the block. And he's able to get it back. Here's Savanovic. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. 0. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Heat lead by 13. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score, playing well here, Steve.
Warriors trail by 13. He passes to Savanovic. Here's Baldwin. And the three ball is good.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but, the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Britt. Doris, over to you.
Thanks, guys. Stephen Curry is the son of famed sharpshooter Del Curry. And in Steph's sophomore year in high school, his dad made him change his shooting motion from his chest to above his head to make it harder to block. Of this change, Steph said, I really couldn't shoot outside the paint for like the first 3 weeks. All summer when I was at camps, people were like, who are you? Why are you playing basketball? I was really that bad for a month and a half before I finally figured it out. And guys, as fast as he gets that thing off, he could probably shoot it from his ankles.
Yeah, he can do it all. Thanks, Doris.
His confidence really at an all-time high.
And the Warriors with possession here, trailing by 10. No good from Poole.
He slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
Deep two from Robinson. And he drops that one in. Robinson's got 5 points so far. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Timeout called the Warriors. The Warriors making a switch here. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. The drive by Green, and that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. And here are the Warriors now. A 12-point game. Here's Green. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Savanovic shoots the three. Vincent with the rebound. In transition, here comes Miami. He dishes it to Haslam. Launches a three. No good from Vincent. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. 0.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
The Warriors have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. First one falls for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Here's Vincent. Dishes it to Robinson. From outside the arc. Good. Robinson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he's one player who can get hot in a big hurry. It's like he has an on-off switch, and once it gets flipped on, he's tough to stop.
Something else I'll say is that he loves those catch-and-shoot situations, Steve. When he receives a pass in space, it's right away looking to shoot it.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. There's the three. No good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
While not as dominant on defense as they were a year before, the Heat still were tough at that end of the court. The thing is, you could see them turn it on and turn it off when they needed to defensively, so they always managed to get the key stop when they needed it.
Now, here is Robinson. After the miss from Poole, the three ball. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 11 points.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. They gave him a wide open look there.
The pass to Poole. Lets the three fly. Vincent with the rebound. And when you're coming off a title like the Heat are, there is, a natural tendency to cruise. But, Clark, you said this, and Steve, I'm sure you want to comment on it. They can turn it up in a hurry.
Well, there's just so much athleticism on this team that if they want to pressure you in the half court, they usually can force turnovers. And if not, they can also sit back and play a more straight-up defensive style and be very effective that way as well.
And so here is Miami, following the score by Golden State. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up at the stripe. Shot is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Green, the screen. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
The Heat making a switch here. Miami leading by 12. Now here is Lowry. 12 points for him. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. The Heat shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Well, as an 81% free throw shooting team last season, you can't find much fault with what they were doing from the line.
Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
The first free throw is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Butler with the steal. He kicks it to Lowry. There's a good screen. Feeds it to Tyler. Number 77, guarded by Green. It's rebounded by Wiggins. Warriors trail by 13. Lets it go. And that's good for 2. He has 6.
Now he's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
Miami's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Outside Butler. Pass to Lowry. Tipped away. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And the Heat making a change here. Warriors have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
You're terrible, Golden State!
Savanovic, the pass to Wiggins. Here's Poole. Good on the shot. That shaved the lead to single digits.
Yeah, beautiful drive there, going right around the bigger man.
The Heat leading by 9. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, as you know, the Miami Heat try to keep the plays they run as simple as they can and rely on their talent and teamwork to win them games. But playing like that can present its own kind of problems. Coach Spoelstra said, quote, "The challenge is not getting bored with simplicity. Simple is what works, though, as evidenced by their back-to-back titles, guys."
Well, Doris, sometimes it makes sense to keep it simple. Thanks. Pass to Wiggins. Three-pointer. The shot's good from Poole. 5 points in the game.
That's something we didn't see at all from him in the first half when he had a goose egg from three-point land.
The dish now to Tyler. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Tyler's got 6 points.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Passes it to Savanovic. Wiggins. Now the pass to Savanovic. Wiggins. And another 3 for Golden State.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here, but they're starting to make some headway into that deficit.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 12. He feeds it to Tyler. Back to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Martin. Miami needs to get a shot off. A nice shot by Tyler.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Poole defended by Tyler. And another three for Golden State.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Tyler's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Kicks it to Curry. Curry gets the screen from Savanovic. Golden State moving it around. The shot's good from Wiggins.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they needed it.
Miami leading by 8. Outside Lowry. There's the feed to Tyler. And the layup's good off the glass. Tyler's got 14 points for the game.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Lowry against Curry. Looney. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. He has 7.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 12. Number 77, defended by Savanovic. Number 77. Again, the Heat, good for 2. Warriors trail by 10. Curry with it. He has 5. No good from Poole.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
And the Heat making a change here. Golden State's gone 4 of 7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Watson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, offensively, they've kind of settled for outside shots so far.
You know, I don't know if they're shying away from contact, Steve, but their free throw attempts also down from the first quarter.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. The Heat leading by 9. And here's Lowry. He's got 12. Lowry gets a screen from Tyler. Butler kicks to Lowry. And the 3 off target. The Warriors shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Wiggins. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He's got 14.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Outside Lowry. He dishes it to Butler. Back to Lowry. He passes to Martin. Again, the miss by the Heat. Warriors trail by 7. Curry passes to Wiggins. Back to Curry. Watson covered by Martin. From the post. And he lays it up and in. 1:15 left now here in the second. Dishes it to Tyler. Tyler off the pick from Butler. And Tyler kicks to Butler. Feeds to Lowry. Pass to Martin. Clock at 6. And it's Martin again missing.
He probably tried to do a little too much there. That was good defense.
Pass to Wiggins. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going. Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Curry can't get it to go.
Yeah, again, iffy shot selection there. Defender draped all over him.
Well, you got to understand who's guarding you in that situation. I mean, if he's on you tight, you can't just rise up and try to shoot over the top.
Tries again, and that's off the glass and in. And now just a 1-point Miami lead. Here's Tyler. That misses, would have counted had it gone in. And the first half ends in a close one. It's the Heat up by 1. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome, fans. We got a close game going on out in Oakland. We've seen the Heat slugging it out. One look at their field goal percentage says it all. They're scoring at will. Some terrific basketball from Kyle Lowry. He's got 12 points, and he's stacking up the assists, too, keeping the defense off balance with his passing. But you know, the Warriors also came to play. Outstanding bench production. They've gotten a very nice lift, and that's made a huge difference for them on the scoreboard. Stephen Curry's been productive. He's got 7 points and also has contributed with his passing, making some assists. Time now to get you back to the game in Oakland. Second half from Oracle Arena coming right up.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. It's been one outstanding game from Wiggins.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
Now, here's Green. Passes to Wiggins. For the lead. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
And I know something else the fans love about him is the way he's capable of going straight over the top of a defender for some monster throwdowns. I mean, we're talking about posterization with capital letters.
Yeah, the Warriors turnaround, I think, in large part because of the improvement defensively and on the boards last year. There was a 5 or 6 year stretch where Golden State was maybe the worst team in both categories in the entire league, but the schemes have changed, the personnel, the intent, the toughness, and it has all led to a new era for the Golden State Warriors basketball team.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Tyler. Thompson backing down. He kicks it to Green. Wiggins puts up a three. Rebound by Tyler. Tyler's got his third rebound on the night. And back to the Warriors looking to pack the paint. If you wanted to get into a three-point shooting contest with them, well, I think they'd welcome that.
I agree. I mean, with the Splash Brothers in the backcourt, you can get sprayed in a hurry from all angles. I mean, those guys are terrific. But again, their improved defense and rebounding was a big part of their success as well.
And it's the Warriors with the ball after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Throws it up high, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Thompson from long range. There's the bucket. Good. Thompson's got 6.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Number 13. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. And he makes the first. Good on both. Now Curry. He's got 7. And there's the pass to Wiggins. There's the dish to Green. He feeds it to Curry. 6 to shoot. Wiggins. Lays out. Offensive rebound. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Here's Butler. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Back to Martin. Left side, Martin. Right side, Lowry. To the middle. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. He's got 13.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Here's the screen. And Curry, here we go. Swiped it away. Here we go, 1-on-1. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And now it's a 4-point Miami lead.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Timeout called the Warriors. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. To put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during a season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Number 13 somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. He's got 17.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Curry attacking, and the basket good. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
Tell you what, it had to be one of the best shooting performances of last season and perhaps even the last 10 years or so when Steph Curry dropped 54 on the Knicks and made 11 threes on that night and everything was dropping. You really don't want to see him missing those mid-range shots, but when he's open, he's got to shoot it.
Kicks it to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Wiggins. That 3 off the mark. And Clark mentioned the 54-point game for Curry. Sometimes performances like that can elevate a player's confidence to a new level. Steve, wouldn't you say that? I mean, it had to be incredibly empowering.
Especially when you do it in that building.
Yes.
I mean, the mecca of basketball. And I think we saw what it did for Curry's confidence down the stretch and into the playoffs, where he really elevated his game to another level.
Now here is Lowry. 14 points for him. The drive by Green leads him in there. Looney off the left rim and out. The Heat leading by 4. Outside Butler. The feed to Lowry. Green with the block. Now here's Curry. 9 points in the game so far. He passes to Wiggins. Great look, but off the mark.
I tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
A nice shot by Tyler. Tyler's got 18 points in the game.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Now here's Green. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. The Heat have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Butler kicks to Lowry. Unloads. And it's Lowry again missing.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Looney defended by Butler. He dishes it to Green. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Draymond Green with really a terrific legacy of success prior to the NBA, guys. I mean, he led Saginaw High to 2 Michigan State championships, and at Michigan State was able to be part of 2 teams that got to the Final Four and 1 that made it to the Sweet 16. That's impressive.
Free throw good, Green. And going back to Draymond Green, Clark, very successful in college with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State, as you mentioned. But Steve, maybe a bit of a surprise, slipping to the second round back in 2012.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, felt that he was a tweener. They weren't sure if he was a 3 or a 4, and he really is. But the good news is that he can guard both positions, and he's improved his jump shot. More than anything, he's just a winner. He knows how to play, and he's a good addition to any team.
Quality kid.
Mm-hmm.
The Heat with the lead. Outside Butler. Dishes it to Tyler. Six on the shot clock. Feeds to Butler. Puts up a three. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And Miami making a change here. Lowry's checked in. The Warriors have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. There's a screen for the tie. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
It's been a solid outing for Curry. He has 9 points and 4 assists.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
Easy play, come on!
And the first one at the line is good. And the Heat making a change here. And it's tied up with that one.
Boy, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lowry kicks to Butler. Pass to Lowry. All alone. That one off the back iron and out.
And this has not been a quarter for him to remember.
Yeah, it sure hasn't, Steve. I mean, he's been doing his invisible man impersonation here, hasn't he?
Outside for Curry. Pass to Baldwin. Passes it to Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the lead. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Robinson's got the ball. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now.
Now, here's Thompson. 6 points for him. Here's Baldwin. It's hauled in by the Heat. They've led by as many as 14 points. Butler on the wing. Curry meets him. Good ball movement here by Miami. Back to Lowry. Right side Robinson. Thompson with the rebound. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. There's the pass to Moody. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Heat have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Right side Robinson shoots and misses it off the right side of the rim. The Warriors trail. Thompson right side. sent back by Robinson. Outside Butler. He kicks to Lowry. Left side Lowry. Number 13. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
For Miami, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. Warriors trail by 5. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the Heat. For Miami, they've gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. There's the dish to Tyler. He feeds it to Lowry. Outside Robinson. Off target from outside. It's a neck-and-neck game in Golden State. Kicks to Green. And Robinson comes to help. Pass to Wiggins. For the tie, Miami grabs the miss.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Butler dishes to Robinson. Lowry beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Poole.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
And it's sent back by Robinson. Left side Lowry. .149 left in the third quarter. The feed to Butler. Shot clock at 6. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Jimmy Butler was the last pick of the first round back in 2011 by the Bulls. And last season, I tell you what, he really solidified his place in the rotation, guys. He's still developing his outside shot, but he brings an awful lot to light to the table.
Free throw, good Butler. And for Jimmy Butler, what a story. Abandoned as a child, bounced around from home to home. One coach would take him in, another family would take him in. It was a very tough upbringing down in the Houston area. He overcame tremendous odds. And to be where he is today with the great attitude after a short time at Marquette, it speaks volumes of his character.
Well, it sure shows in his play, doesn't it? I mean, just the way he hustles and draws fouls, rebounds, defends. He can guard multiple positions out there. You just love his overall game and his toughness and what he brings to this team.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, trailing by 4.
Now, you got to love the footwork. How about that turnaround?
He dishes it to Haslam. Robinson. He passes it to Tyler. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Tyler's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Clark. I mean, they're getting after it, and I think they're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly.
Here's Tyler. He's got 20. Haslam can't get it to go.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
Outside, Green. Pass to Moody. They set the pick. Down low, Watson, and he banks in the layup. He's got 11.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. I mean, it's got to be sky high.
Outside, Butler. The pass to Vincent. This is to Haslam. And a missed layup.
Rugged play under the boards. It's not a place for the weak of heart. You've got to go in there physically and aggressively.
Here's Poole. Hits it from three-point range. And the Warriors lead by 1. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
A great matchup. I mean, these two teams really match up well talent-wise. I'm enjoying this.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Warriors lead by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And then how about the scoring they've gotten down on the post, really dominating that lane area.
Now here's Butler. Outside, Martin. Good ball movement here by Miami. The three-pointer, no good. The Warriors shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. The Heat trail by 3. Here's Vincent. Lock at 6. From deep. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. A different look for Miami. Tyler comes in for Jimmy Butler, and it's Lowry in for Vincent. Warriors leading by 3. "60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Miami's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Number 31. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Thompson.
And how did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I liked the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
And the Warriors with possession here. Thompson left side. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. And the Warriors lead by 2.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Lowry with the ball. Takes the three. A nice shot by Tyler. Tyler's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Zero. Lowry covering. Green inside the three-point line. Can't hit. And Miami the other way now. Lowry drives in. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. The Warriors making a switch here. Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Curry against Lowry. Pass to Wiggins. Looney backing down. Tries from 7. And that one's good. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
Well, 7 lead changes, Kevin and Steve, in this one, and we could very well be seeing more.
Yeah, I believe it, because these two teams so well matched up. You look at the talent. I think we're in for a very, very competitive night.
Gets it to go.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Thompson against Martin. To the inside. Looney. And he can't get the first one. The Heat making a switch here. Butler's checked in. So he can't get either to fall. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Lowry. Pass to Martin. Back to Lowry. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Savanovic.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
Thompson with it. Now defended by Tyler. He kicks it to Curry. He passes to Wiggins. The finger roll finish at the bucket. 20 points for him. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to lose.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Curry. Blocked. And Tyler kicks to Lowry. Butler on the way. Back to Lowry. Just 5 on the clock. Martin kicks to Lowry. From deep three-point range. And it's Lowry again missing.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been effective.
The shot's good from Wiggins.
They're getting on the roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
Miami with the ball. After the made shot from Wiggins, and it's blocked by Curry.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Wiggins, defended by Butler. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors.
You know, you look at the characteristics of good teams, and a lot of things jump out at you, but one that's really important is being a good free throw shooting team. That hasn't always been a strength of the Warriors, but over the last few years, they've made big strides at getting better in that area.
Now here's Butler. The dish to Lowry. Martin. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. To the paint. Curry, good. And for the Warriors, Clark convert they did as they shot just under 79% from the free throw line last year. That was good for 4th in the NBA. Steve, not bad considering their centers are not known for their good free throw shooting to begin with.
No, but their guards are just ridiculously effective shooting the ball. In fact, anytime there was a technical foul last year, it was like there was a fight to get to the line. They had so many people to choose from, but that's a big part of the success of this club, just the incredible shooting, both from the perimeter and from the foul line.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop fighting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them free points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Now here's Butler. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Free throw, no good for Butler.
I think the lead they've built here, guys, is in large part due to what they've done on the boards.
Absolutely. I mean, they have a plus 10 advantage in rebounds, and they've been in total control of the backboard.
Now here's Butler. After the miss from Wiggins. It's stolen by Curry. There's the pick. The floater. Here's Tyler. He feeds it to Lowry. Bangs home the trifecta.
Another good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
Warriors leading by 3. Passes it to Wiggins. Golden State moving it around. Curry gets the screen from Wiggins. Curry passes to Wiggins. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 24 points for him.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Here's Tyler. Here's Wiggins. The quick look, no good that time. The Heat trail by 5. Butler dishes to Lowry. Back to Butler. 13 feet away. Nice jump shot. Good.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
The Warriors have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Curry against Lowry. Curry kicks to Green. And there's the feed to Thompson. Tyler on him. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Martin goes in. Kicks to Butler. He dishes it to Tyler. 6 on the shot clock. Good. Now just a 1-point Warrior lead.
I'll tell you what, he's made more than a few of those in his career.
The Warriors shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. Curry with it. Lowry picks him up. There's the steal. Tyler. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Well, then let's root for overtime. Why not?
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show. And the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
Martin with the bucket.
Wow, it's been a vanishing act for him down the stretch. He's made only 1 shot in 4 tries here.
Butler against Green. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
And the Heat making a change here. The Heat on offense. They're on a 14-4 run. Outside Lowry. The pass to Tyler. To the middle. Number 13. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Timeout called the Warriors. You have to like what we're seeing from Tyler.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching them.
Warriors trail by 4. Dishes to Thompson. Pass to Wiggins. Feeds to Curry. Thompson left side. Lets it go with the 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Now here's Butler. Number 13. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
Curry against Lowry. Curry passes to Thompson. Curry. .144 left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Right side Curry. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Heat leading by 3. Tyler dishes to Lowry. Pass to Martin. Number 13. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 4. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth. Curry against Lowry. Passes it to Wiggins. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. He gets the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
By missing one of those, that leaves them needing a 3 to tie it up. Not the ideal situation.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Green with the ball. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
.46 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Number 13. Yes!
Oh, what a clutch shot. That could be the difference maker.
Big, big moment in this game.
Clark, no room for error here.
Kevin, got to be perfect from here on out. You're exactly right.
Here's Wiggins. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. .30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Thompson, left side. Money! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
It looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. I mean, that's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 3. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. And here is Curry. Launches it. No good.
Yeah, again, iffy shot selection there. Defender draped all over.
Well, you got to understand who's guarding you in that situation. I mean, if he's on you tight, you can't just rise up and try to shoot over the top.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Thompson outside. The tray. The shot misses. And so it's Miami winning this one. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down